Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Milton Walker. One economist is arguing that Jamaica has still not figured out how to accurately measure and predict its economic growth. Speaking on this week's edition of The Exchange, a Financial Gleaner and JNN Business Forum, Dr. Andre Horton explained that some of the projections lack empirical research. TVJ's Andrew Laidley reports.
In a few weeks, Jamaica will officially exit a borrowing relationship with the International Monetary Fund, IMF. But as the country readies to manage its financial affairs on its own, economist Dr. Andre Horton is arguing that the nation has not yet mastered the art of projecting realistic economic growth.
A fundamental flaw of the IMF agreement that we've administered over the last couple of years is that we hypothesized as a country that we wanted to grow by 5% after X amount of years. And what we've realized, because we don't understand how the modern economy is structured, we tend to believe that economic growth is just a number that we pick it out of a hat and we say, okay, we're going to grow by 5% flat. So government, you go invest in some roads and we businessmen will do the rest. No, that can't be the case. The world economy is moving in such a complex manner that now everything has to be calculated to a T.
He says moving forward, special attention must be placed on how tax breaks are administered, pointing out that the government's taxation and spending policy will be integral in maintaining economic stability.
Very similar to how we gave incentives to the hotel and tourism sectors that have not been that productive for us. We need to find productive sectors and give those incentives. I still think, especially because monetary policy is so scarce, meaning the 5.5% central bank interest rate, that fiscal policy has an important role to play. And what do I mean? How we administer our tax incentives. So, for example, the economic production zones and so on and so forth, and the particular industries and products. We have to think about those carefully.
At the same time, tax expert Alison Peart says the private sector will have to play a greater role in helping Jamaica to realize higher economic growth.
As private sector, we need to step up and take over and ensure there's growth. Invest in Jamaica, invest wisely in our children, invest in our products, and then you'll see the growth.
Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
The CarMed Group is investing more than $6 billion to develop a distribution center in St. Catherine. The 258,000 square foot facility, which is being built on lands along the Salt Pond Road in Bernard Lodge, St. Catherine, will house the warehouses and administrative offices of CarMed's Consumer Groups division. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony earlier this week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness made a pledge to minimize investment risks.
If I'm going to call upon business people to take risks and make massive investments like this, for any organization to take up $6 billion in whatever currency to make an investment, it is a significant risk. The duty of government is to take itself out of the risk profile of the business.
To the markets now, currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $138.88. The Canadian dollar goes for $105.64. The pound is costing $177.33, while the euro is going for $153.75. The JC index gained 2,582 points and the junior market index closed up 11 points. Among the winners were medical disposable and supplies, stationery and office supplies, Main Event Entertainment Group, Scotia Group Jamaica, and General Accident. On the losing side were Pulse Investments, Caribbean Cream, Stanley Motor, Epley Caribbean Property Fund, and Berger Paints. That's the Financial Week. I'm Milton Walker. Good evening.